And in our top business story, Etisalat Group's consolidated revenue for the fourth quarter of 2015 amounted to 12.7 billion dirhams, while full-year consolidated revenue increased by 7% to 51.7 billion. In the UAE, revenue in the fourth quarter reached 6.9 billion dirhams, while the full-year revenue increased by 6% to 28.8 billion. Maroc Telecom consolidated revenue for the fourth quarter amounted to 3.1 billion dirhams, representing year-on-year growth of 6%. Etisalat Group aggregate subscribers reached 167 million. In the UAE, the active subscriber base grew to 11.6 million in the fourth quarter of 2015, representing year-on-year growth of 6%. While for Maroc Telecom, the subscriber base reached 50.8 million customers, representing a year-over-year growth of 26%. The Nigeria subscriber base grew to 22.2 million, representing year-on-year growth of 5%. Consolidated net profit after federal royalty increased year-on-year by 10% to 2.6 billion dirhams in the fourth quarter of 2015, resulting in a higher profit margin of 3 points to 21%. The board also proposed a final dividend payout of 40 fils per share for 2015, representing a total dividend payout of 80 fils for the full year. Total tourism revenues in Ajman for 2015 reached 359 million dirhams. That's an increase of 19% from 2014. That's according to tourism statistics released by the Ajman Tourism Development Department. The report showed that the total number of guests in Ajman in 2015 was 509,658, while total guest nights added up to nearly 1.4 million, with the majority of guests booking their stay in hotels and hotel apartments. Average occupancy of hotels last year was 60%, with an average room rate of 514 dirhams, while hotel apartments recorded a higher average occupancy of 68%. Guests from the UAE remained the biggest contributor, with nearly 132,500 in 2015, followed by GCC nationals with just over 93,500. And then Asians and Africans coming in third with over 89,000. In 2015, there were 5 new establishments added to the inventory, totaling 36, with 3,354 hotel rooms and units and 5,074 beds. Faisal Al-Nuaimi, the general manager of the ATDD, said that the report is extremely encouraging and that they anticipate continued growth this year after the launch of Ajman's new destination brand, which will help position the emirate as a leisure and investment destination. UAE-based Gulftainer recorded a strong performance in 2015, with overall growth of 4% across its global portfolio. Gulftainer's operations in the UAE currently include the Khor Fakkan container terminal, as well as the Sharjah container terminal at Port Khalid and the Sharjah Inland Container Depot. KCT registered the strongest growth of 9% across the company's portfolio and set a new record of handling a total volume of 19,561 TEUs for a single vessel during 2015. Flemming Dalgaard, the CEO of Gulftainer, was quoted saying that the container industry worldwide is witnessing challenges in growth volumes due to a slowdown in the Chinese and European markets. However, Gulftainer's success in bucking this trend with positive and robust performances across their terminals underlines their ability to adapt to market volatilities and economic fluctuations. In Iraq, Gulftainer's Qasr Logistics Center marked another significant milestone, notching up 1 million TEUs, which were handled over a 5-year period since the commencement of operations in 2010. Meanwhile, the company's operations in Saudi Arabia continue to deliver strong performance through the year. With the presence of ultra-high-definition TVs and 4K cameras in the Middle East region, the president of physical production Screen Gems from Sony Pictures Entertainment stated at this year's CABSAT that the region's media and film industry is poised for growth. The future of television content has been in top focus throughout the 3-day trade event for the satellite, broadcast and production industry, with a number of discussions on the current and future trends, creating an impact on the market. Among the areas in focus during the Content Congress was the technology of 4K cameras, as well as high-definition television sets, which is shaping consumer expectations, as well as the quality of film and TV production across the globe. According to a report by Frost & Sullivan, nearly 60% of TV households in the MENA region have HD TVs, and more than half have HD satellite TV receivers, while 85% of TV households in the GCC region alone have HD TVs and HD receivers, which is increasing the consumer demand for high-definition content. Speaking on the impact of technology, Glenn Gaynor from Sony Pictures Entertainment stated that 4K filming is the new standard for a number of production houses, which allows the teams to offer a final production for HDR display, which is also available in cinema houses. Looking ahead, the content filmed on such cameras can also be archived and used in the future, in line with technological developments.
This is my intended look. It's like going back to a classic film, such as Lawrence of Arabia, which was restored in 4K, and bringing it back to its glorious original intent. The editor has that information. The editor can kick out more metadata to visual effects artists around the world. They can understand the look that was intended on set. They can apply the visual effects to that look and then put it all back together. And then for future generations, archivists can look and say, here's what they intended the film to look like, and then they can continually upgrade it for whatever technology is about to come our way. It's going to be continuing the progress with the home entertainment, I believe. 4K is all around us, both in movie theaters and at the home. You're going to see more high dynamic range television screens coming to us. HDR is going to give us true blacks, true whites, so that we can really kind of see, again, that sort of dynamic range, HDR, right? That's why they call it that, so that our stories will continue to look as great as they can.
You know, I think the future is going to be fantastic when we get to the stage that you can sit at home, watch your own HDR screen and see it exactly the way movie makers like you intended it to be seen.
That's exactly it. It really is. It's making sure that we're consistently showing the same kind of vision, the vision of what the filmmaker wanted.